Council this afternoon. Apologies, assuming Bonnie is one. David has just arrived, so he will be here shortly, I think. Any other apologies? I haven't been made aware of any others. If not, would somebody like to move the apologies be accepted? Moved by Lyndall, seconded by Ellen. All in favour will say aye. Aye. I'm not aware of any declarations of interest this afternoon. Not aware of any extraordinary or urgent business, supplementary reports or other. I haven't been made aware of any questions. So we'll move to item 6, which is the staff report, item 1, which is rate setting levies for 2022-23. Tanya, would you like to comment on the item?
Thank you, Chair. As it says here, we're asking you today to set the rates for the 22-23 year as calculated in this attached schedule. The amounts as set out in our annual plan 22-23. There are nothing extraordinary to point out, perhaps, Chair, other than we have a new rate this year. Second page, the rabbit control rate. A rate that has come in for the first time this year, and the SPS rate is no longer being rated. The total rate take is $24 million plus GST, which is 27 million, as per your schedule. The rates will be mailed out early October for payment on the 25th of November. While we say one rate payment, for those who qualify, we have a 3 payment plan still in place, which they take advantage of for November, February and May. There will be no interest or penalties for those using that payment plan.
Well, thanks for that, Tanya. This is, I guess, reasonably a rubber stamping exercise, as we've been through all the process before, but I've got questions from Big Lloyd, then Little Lloyd.
I don't have to say that much more, Mr. Chairman. We might be. There you go, you're first. Okay, my question was this, we've got the estimate is 24 million or 27 million including GST. I wonder from past experience how close the estimated rates have balanced with the actual rate take, because it can't be 100% accurate. I mean, has it been, have we got more than what we've estimated or less?
In the past, it has been incredibly close, within 20,000. I suspect that this we might be gaining 50, 60,000 based on the valuation changes from when we did the estimate to now. It's not significant. And growth councils and territorial authorities, they set their rate on their database in February, March. They could have 200,000 or 300,000 depending on the size of the council. Invariably it's going up because the rate valuations for the subdivisions, which is occurring between that time, is increasing. But we do aim to have it as accurate as possible.
Lloyd.
Mr. Chairman, 2 minor points, Tony. I'm sort of going back to what I've seen in other years. So under the payment system, you're quite right, it's underlined here in one instalment, but if anybody was looking at the 3-stage payment scheme's not mentioned, I think we've actually mentioned that in the past. It's all by arrangement with the council on a 3 instalment scheme. I just wonder whether that should be in there. And the other point, through Mr. Chair, is that we normally have a credit card surcharge in the recommendation, in here in the penalties or the payment systems, and I don't see it here this time. It's always created a bit of a discussion, but it's always been a if you pay by credit card, there's a credit card fee.
I'd like to disagree, councillor, if I can. I think we've talked about adding that, and I don't think we did. Prior to COVID, we were about to do that. We went into COVID, and one of the measures we took was the 3-payment plan, the remission of penalties, and we didn't add a credit card penalty. So, credit card transaction fee. So at this point, we're not charging for credit cards. The cost, and I can report this back to the next OPAC meeting as to what the cost increases or cost of credit card fees is. 18 months ago, it was $25,000 a year. I have negotiated that recently with the bank and suggested to them that the fees were high and our volume was going up. Interestingly enough, they came back with a 40% discount. So they say that the government, so their fee is on top of our bank's fees and on top of the clearinghouse fee, and apparently the government is undertaking a review of the monopoly on the clearinghouse transactions, and our bank is suggesting that that clearinghouse fee itself will go down as well. The cost to council is not increasing at this time, but it is something we need to keep reviewing.
Any further questions for Tania?
Happy to move the recommendation. Jean, if you are at that point.
Moved by Lyndall, seconded by Jeremy. And this is the final dotting of the i's for the rates, and thanks everybody and staff for their participation in getting to where we are and actually sticking to our word of the 5%. Not many other councils have managed to do that. I know it hasn't been easy, but well done everyone. I'll put the motion, everybody will say, in favour will say aye. Aye. Against no, carried. And I think on that note, with no extraordinary urgent business that I'm aware of, we can declare the extraordinary meeting closed. Thank you for your participation.